Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back. My name is Jessica Lockett and I'm your favorite lock girl on this side of the internet. And today, girl, is wash day. Today I really want to do an updated wash routine and kind of show you how similar my wash routine is in comparison to whenever the last video I did. I think it might have been over a year at this point. I just really want to show you how simple it is to continue on your journey without overcomplicating it. You don't have to do too much. You don't need many products. You really just need to have a simple routine that works well for your locks. All right, so it's been a little longer than normal for me. I normally wash my hair every 10 to 12 days. However, I have done a lot and been moving around a little bit more than normal. So it's been over 2 weeks at this point, pushing 3. Actually, it's been 3 weeks at this point, and I don't like nothing about that. So I'm going to double clarify. Trusty Dusty, always gonna stick. Oh, baby, I'm gonna hold this down till it can't get held down no more. Do you understand me? I absolutely love my Suave Daily Clarifying Shampoo. Has never steered me wrong. However, even though I stick with this as my base, I have added a few more things as my locks have grown and begun to mature, just to add some extra oomph to my routine and to add a little bit more moisture into my locks. It's been double the amount of time that I normally would go without a wash. So I'm gonna use this Design Essentials Oat Protein and Henna Deep Cleansing Shampoo. This one is also a clarifying shampoo, but it also strengthens as well. And so I'm gonna follow up with this moisturizing shampoo. This one is the Design Essentials Almond and Avocado. This one is sulfate-free, moisturizing, detangling, and hydrating, okay? Which actually today as well, y'all won't see it in this video, but I will be trying out my clarifying and strengthening shampoo bars as well. So this one is a sample size. I'm gonna start adding this in each order. So if you place an order online, be prepared to get a shampoo bar sample in your order. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. You'll probably see this when I do a review on my shampoo bar. So go ahead and place those orders and get your shampoo bar, and they'll be available for purchase in a couple weeks. All right, so y'all already know the program, braid and band. We're gonna braid a band first. We're going to braid our hair. I'm thinking, I'm about to start my retie tonight as well. So I'm thinking about 8 plaits. That way it can probably dry just a little bit faster. I'm gonna sit under the dryer. If you know me, I don't be doing that. But I'm gonna sit under the dryer today just so I can go ahead and get started on my retie. So we're gonna do about 8, maybe 10 plaits. The smaller they are, the faster they dry for me. So let's go ahead and get our hair separated, braided, and banded.
Sometimes it's hard to tell you, so you may not be in the mood to learn what you think you know. There are times when I find you wanna keep yourself from me, when I don't have the strength. I'm just a mirror of what I see.
We have our 3. So yeah, we have our shampoo. We are ready to go. Y'all, what I thought about doing was getting a spray bottle and putting some of this into it with some water, shaking it up real good and spraying through my parts. Since it has been so long, I just wanted to get it because it has been a little itchy. But I think since I'm using so many shampoos today, I should be fine. All right, girls, so I attempted the whole washing the shower, recording the shower situation. Was not working out. So I'm gonna act like I know where I came from. I'm gonna act like I know where I came from. And we're gonna go ahead into this kitchen sink. Washing the sink, bleach it out after. Y'all know how it goes. You know how it goes. Let's go ahead and get that done and move on. right, girl, we are all washed and ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry just to kickstart the drying process, so I'm not sitting under the dryer too long. But sitting under the hooded dryer and allowing it to air dry a little bit as well will do it just fine. So let's go ahead and blow dry a little bit, then get up under the dryer. So another difference in my routine now than what it was a year or so ago is I mist my hair daily, if not daily, every other day. What I use is the Loc mist from thelocsshop.com. This is just my at-home sample bottle. Girl, I have a bunch of different bottles just laying around my house. But you can go ahead and grab that at thelocsshop.com. It is an herbal-based, water-based mix that has a few drops of oil in it throughout, so you want to be careful with it in the beginning phases. But it is an amazing mist to use on your scalp for itchiness, flakiness, length retention, moisture retention, and things like that. So I generally spray this on my scalp and throughout my locks every day or every other day. Now, in the beginning, nada. No ma'am. Yeah. Other thing is I sparingly use the Loc moisturizing oil from thelocsshop.com as well. But while my hair is still a little damp, I go ahead and use that on my scalp and rub it down my braids and do a scalp massage as well. That helps to stimulate hair growth, just to get the blood flowing and working, and also just lock some moisture in from the mist, from the water, from the moisturizing shampoo, all that good stuff. I also use the Loc moisturizing oil from thelocsshop.com when I'm taking my plaits out. I put some on my hands just to minimize the excessive frizz that could occur from taking the braids down, and lock some moisture back onto my hands. So that's another thing that I do now that I might not have done today. Of course, something else that is still the same is me covering my hair. I still use my bonnet. I still use a satin pillowcase. All the things to keep my locks safe at night, minimize the additional frizz that could occur, minimize breakage, and all those things that could happen from that friction from the pillow and your hair and things like that. So make sure that you are still, no matter how far you might be in that lock journey, make sure that you still cover your locks or protect them while you're sleeping. Because that pillow, those blankets, all of that can, one, not only add length, but it can draw out the moisture from your locks and make it harder for you to retain moisture and keep moisturized locks, and potentially cause breakage in the future. Something else that's different in my routine now that I definitely did not do in the beginning is edge controls. I use edge controls now. Every now and again, I'll lay my edges down. Sometimes I use a lot of body mousse, which I do use sometimes to set my hair in styles. And then other times I'll use the main choice edge control. And then sometimes I even use that got to be edge control. Whatever I feel in that moment I want to use, I use it. I just simply bring my edges forward and then swoop them, as opposed to just pushing the product back into my locks. In this video, just simply to say that when I wash now, I make sure that I focus on my edges as well. So you might have seen me like really getting in there and scrubbing around, because I never want that product to build up in the front of my locks. Girl, it's just not cute, it's not it, and it's preventable. So edge control, if you're using any other products, be sure that you are getting in there thoroughly and scrubbing that product out. Especially if you do styles over your locks, you still want to make sure that you are doing a deep clean in that scalp, and making sure that if you do a sew-in or a wig or whatever, make sure that there was no glue, there was no yarn, or any other holding products that might have been left in your locks. So make sure, especially if you do that, go through individually at the roots of your locks to make sure that you're not getting any buildup in your hair. But I think that's it, girl. I really don't have any more tips for right now. This is pretty much all that I do for my locks, and having a good wash routine is pretty much the base of having a strong and healthy lock journey. So make sure that you curate a wash routine that works for you, that's consistent, and that you can keep up with. It does not have to be too much. You don't have to use 6 or 7 products. You don't even have to use the 2 or 3 that I use today. So just make sure that you get something that you can handle, that you can keep up with, clarifying, moisturizing, and go from there. If you have color right now, or if you've colored recently, be sure that you add some sort of moisture to your routine, be it conditioner, leave-in conditioner, add oils to your spray bottle, whatever it is that you feel comfortable doing and that your loctician might have recommended. Be sure that you're doing that to keep up with the additional moisture that's needed in color treated hair. That's it, y'all. So until next time, I will see y'all later. Please make sure that you leave comments below, like, comment, subscribe, all the things. And if you have anything that you would like to see from me, any questions that I could turn into a video, please do that below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, girl.
long as you got your eyes. Got your trippy on them private jets, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child.